Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, in just a minute, we're going to show you a video that you guys went and put together, you and Bob Kratzer.
Last week.
Last week?
Last week.
Okay, so this is like real time.
We did it for GPS. You kidding me? Yeah. Why wouldn't we?
He's so full of it. What this is going to do is going to show you exactly what Bob is talking about. Now, you were, I think I said let's mention this after the clip, but there's another extended version.
There's the uncut version.
Okay, the uncut version is also on YouTube.
Yep.
So you'll see the link for this particular clip, and then there's another one as well that's about 40 minutes long.
About 40 minutes.
That dives into it even a little bit further. But this video we're going to get to in a second will show you what Bob is referring to when he's talking about the cadence, okay, and also the hang. Now you're going to see this action a lot, okay, when he's twitching and that line starts to go slack and there's a big loop above his rod tip. That's where a lot of people got confused. Not necessarily at that one time, but that's where a lot of questions come from. What the hang mean? Yeah. You're going to see that here. So Joey, go ahead and run that video.
The action you're looking for, it's all in your wrist. It's just going to be it's a pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, okay? So what that looks like in an aspect of me twitching is my line is down here. I'm just going to pop it up, drop my rod down, pop it up, drop my rod down, okay? And I just get this cadence going, right? This is a cadence that you're wanting to do is just this, okay? It's not hard. I'm not whipping it. I'm not going really high or anything like that. My rod is just short. It's just little 2-foot chops, okay? So it's like a 2-foot little jig. That's all I'm doing. And I'm not gonna say it's not overly hard, right? I'm not gripping it. And I just get this cadence going. It's a pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, okay? That's your cadence. My motto is, you don't have line hang, you're not in the game, okay? So when I'm dropping my rod tip down, you have that line just hangs in the air for a second, okay? And I don't let it completely tighten. I was getting down there almost close, and then I'm going with my twitch again, okay? So pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, okay? Down, that line hangs in the air for a second. My rod is below my line. When I drop my rod and my rod tip is below my line, that means I have absolutely nothing, no tension on my jig, allowing my jig to fall directly down, okay? When it's falling, that's when the fish comes up and grabs it. So remember that line hang being super important, right? And a common mistake is people pop and then they reel, pop and then they reel, pop and then they reel, okay? And what you're doing is you're reeling all the slack every single time. When you reel all the slack, it's taking the drop away. So you'll notice I haven't reeled now in like six twitches, right? Now I'm gonna reel just a little bit, but you'll notice when I'm reeling, it's a quarter of a turn. I'm barely moving the reel, okay? I'm just taking a little tiny bit of slack out every time, but not enough to not allow that jig to drop, okay? So I'm allowing that jig to fall back down, and I'm just reeling a little tiny bit, okay? Super important, right? Don't do this. If you're doing this, you're taking away the jig. And what you're trying to do is get out there to the bottom. Your jig's gonna fall down, you're gonna twitch up, you want your jig to fall right back down to where it started. Up, back down to where it started, up, back to where it started. If you reel too much, your jig is down here, you twitch up, it starts to fall, but it only falls a little bit. And then your next jig is you twitch up, and then it falls a little bit. And then the next jig, you know what I mean? So you're climbing a ladder basically with your jig. And what you're wanting to do is keep it down in the zone the whole time. So you don't want to reel so much that you're making your jig climb through the water column. It wants to stay down in the water column.
If you actually got the chance to get out and go fishing with Bob and do this technique and chase silvers with him, it will advance your twitching game a decade.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the guy that I went and fished with, Cameron Black, one very, very good guy, fantastic at this particular technique. He was 4-1, maybe even 6-1, because his cadence and his hang were correct. And where Bob had mentioned that if you reel and you're just walking that ladder up with that thing, that's all I was doing, and everybody else that was in the boat. We were taking the darn thing away from where the fish were, and Cam was just leaving it right there. I mean, it's the best example that I can give you. He was leaving it right there where the fish were, and bink, and then he'd hand it off, and then bink, and he'd hand it off.
Worse than that, I had the chance to go with Bob Kratzer. I couldn't go. This was 4.5 years ago. 3 of my buddies went. They went up, learned. I went out and fished with those 3 buddies and myself.
Right.
There was 20 fish in the boat. I caught 0. I'm a fly fishing guy, and it's
Well,
all
we won't hold that against
it's
you. I'm
bunny
kidding.
leeches, and all the rest of it, and you're just stripping the bunny, and they'll destroy you.
Right.
These guys went, and it was fish, and that's exactly what I was doing. It went from the bottom. I was just out of the zone so fast, and all the rest of these guys are twitching. They're perfectly in the bottom. The line hang is perfect, and it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
It's just killing me.
Right. And that's where a lot of this comes in, is the technique of actually how to present these. You can have all the arrow jigs and all the right gear that you could possibly need, but if you don't fish it the right way, it's a waste of time, right? Not that you're not going to get bit, but in the end, if you want to put up numbers or at least have a really successful day, you have to do the little things the right way. And a lot of that is rod and reel combo. And this is something that you actually put together with Alex over at Edge. It was nothing to do with us. So number one, we appreciate this, okay? Right now, if you want a rod, just like what Bob was fishing with right there, a twitching rod from Edge. I mean, this is insane. I don't want you to leave with it, but I know you have to. This is the deal, okay? They actually have these in stock. There's 6 of them in stock. It's like they're physically there, okay? You can go online, and when you buy one, it's the STR 7111-1. Okay, 7 and a whole bunch of ones, and enter in new 30 when you check out. That's a 30% discount?
30% discount.
30% discount. It's a 7'11", designed specifically for twitching. I will admit, I'd like to see more backbone, but that's not what you necessarily need to have. That's just me. Everybody's a little bit different.
They're running wigglers and all kinds of stuff with this thing as well.
Okay, so this is the combo.
Yeah,
this is
the
where
combo.
you can
all
get the
encompassing.
twitcher. Okay, and you can throw Brad's wigglers, and I'd say even spinners if you want to throw those off of a spinning reel. But to have it in stock, okay, that is the big deal, especially in the last week of September. So again, it's the 7111-1, 7'11", maybe that's why the number is what it is. Enter in new 30 and get one heck of a nice rod.
They are beautiful.
This is incredible, from Edge, and specifically designed for it. That will start you out. Now, next thing I would say is a size 4,000 reel. Some people go, wow, that's a big reel. No, Mr. Kratzer was here explaining specifically why that larger reel helps. You got more of a spool size. You can pick up that line a little bit quicker. So that 4,000 size reel. Next thing, 50-pound braided line.
No less than 40. 50 is right where you want to be.
And you're going to go, well, what in the world do you need that for? Tip wrap. You start getting down to some of these lines that are available these days, and the braided versions are so thin at 30 pounds. When you lift and you're playing that hang, right, and you're getting that rod tip back down, your rod tip's below the line. You got the line hang going, 30 pounds, just a little puff of wind around your rod tip, and that is
so frustrating.
Oh, so frustrating. Let alone if you do it the right way, right, and you ultimately end up with a tip wrap with that light line, and you do get bit, you set the hook, guess where your tip goes? With the line. Yeah. That is not what you want to have happen.
Yeah. Then you're going back to see Alex.
Then you're going back to seeing Alex, and probably getting a few laughs at the same time. But yeah, so 50-pound, and even with some of the different types of line that's out there, you could go up to a 65 because they're so darn thin. You know, that's the thing, is you want that diameter of the line which makes it more difficult for it to wrap around the tip. It's certainly something to consider. So 4,000 size reel, the 7'11" rod from Edge, and the 50-pound braid, 4,000 size reel is the setup, right?
Agreed.
Okay. Now, you got to have something that might help out a little bit too.
Again, the water-soluble stuff from ProCure. If you don't have this and you're using gels, do not put gel on bunny fur.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't put it on marabou. Don't put it on bunny fur. You put it on the heads, you're fine.
Right.
Water-soluble is fine on all of it. Otherwise, this beautiful little bouncing, lifelike motion that you see in here, all that goes away if you put gel on it. And it'll stay away. It'll just mat it down and it'll do nothing for you.
Right.
So the water-soluble stuff will work. Gel on the head's fine. Other than that, just
leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
I mean, in worst case scenario, if you don't have water-soluble, you don't want to put any gel on there that might screw up the bunny fur itself. Just fish it straight, fish it the right way. You'll still be successful. Obviously, the ProCure product will help out with getting
I'm a big
more
scent
bites.
guy. So.
Absolutely. What's your favorite scent for that? If you were to scent one up, I mean, if you had all of them in front of you, what would be the one that you would want?
As far as the jigs go?
No. As far as the scent goes.
Oh, the water-soluble, this one right here.
The sand shrimp?
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. So look into all that as well.
It's actually, for me, it's anything. Scent-wise is just getting my scent off of it, or I'm rubber gloving.
Okay, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I've got scent issues with my hands. I don't know what it is.
I can tell. I'm going to say, is it okay if I say that Fisherman's has got all these in stock?
Fisherman's has all these in stock. They're already getting light on the 3/4.
Okay.
Our buddies north at Bob's, they've got some, and then Bimart's bringing them in, but they are fully stocked up on the 1/2 ounce and the 3/8.
Okay, very good. And don't forget, you got Hawken.com. We're going to show you that website when we come back from this break. All right, everyone, we're going to continue this conversation when we come back, so don't go anywhere. We're talking twitching here with David Hawken. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. ProCure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective. And by North American Metals Incorporated, first choice for all your metal roofing and siding needs.